commerce, subject Ocean, chapter number 6 market. In that particular chapter, in last lecture that we discuss various types of market. In that particular things, two types of market that we have to learn. Number one, that is perfect competition market, and second one, that is monopoly. So two types of market that we have to learn. And right now we are going to discuss about third type of market, and that market is monopolistic market. Okay, first one, that is perfect competition. Second one, that is monopoly. In perfect competition that we learn numbers of sellers and numbers of buyers. In monopoly, the main characteristics of monopoly is that only one seller and numbers of buyers. So two different types of market that we have to learn. Right now we are going to discuss monopolistic market. Okay, the main clue of monopolistic market is large number of sellers and few buyers. Okay, large number of sellers and numerous buyers. Okay, so here let's see the various types of definitions and meaning of monopolistic competition and characteristics of monopolistic competition. So let us see one by one all that things. So first of all, let me start with meaning. In reality, page number 69. In reality, market are neither perfectly competitive market or nor pure monopoly market. That you can see in market. In reality, you can see that in market, no one business is monopoly market and no one is perfect competition. Perfect competitive market. A mix from both is found. There is a coincidence of partial monopoly and partial perfect competition in a market. Then we can see mix of monopoly as well as perfect competition is there, which is known as monopolistic competition. The major types of market observed is monopolistic. So most of that we can see that most of the markets that we can see on the basis of monopolistic market. Okay. So here now that we will learn the meaning, then definition of monopolistic market. Okay. So here what is definition? Let's see. According to Professor Chamberlain, perfect competition and perfect monopoly coexist in a market is known as monopolistic market. So in short, we can say that monopolistic market is a combination of monopoly as well as perfect competition. In short, we can say that perfect competition and monopoly, the combination of both is called monopolistic market. Perfect competitive market. So in simple term, we can say that perfect competitive market, that means combination of monopoly as well as perfect competition. Okay, it's a combination of both the market, monopoly as well as perfect competition. Next, number 2, according to SMT, that Simon Robinson, if each firm establish monopoly and also compare at the same time, the market is called imperfect competition. So here we can say that according to the Professor Robinson, if each firm establish monopoly, that each and every business goal is to that they are monopoly in a market, but that if they are established monopoly and competes in the same time, do the competition of same time in a market, that's called a perfect or monopolistic competition. So in simple term, we can say that monopolistic competition, that means it's a combination of perfect competition as well as monopoly competition. It's a combination of perfect as well as monopoly. So this is the meaning as well as definition of monopoly market, monopolistic market. Now we will discuss some characteristics monopolistic competition. Number one, large number of sellers and numerous buyers. So this is the first and important characteristics, that is large number of sellers and numerous buyers of numerous buyers of that particular thing. Let's see. There are numerous sellers in perfect competition. In monopoly, there are only one seller. While in monopolistic competition, there are many sellers. So here, numerous, large number, means that many sellers is there. Okay, that many sellers are there. Those who are doing selling in the monopolistic market. Next one, while in monopolistic, there are many sellers. It means that there are neither numerous sellers nor there are only one seller, but there are many sellers. So here many sellers are there. Due to this, in monopolistic competition, the factor of competition becomes important. Why factor of competition is important? Because many sellers are there. So each and seller that they are trying to cover maximum share of market towards their business. That's why it's a competition market is there, because each and every person, each and every businessman, what they are doing, they are covering more and more share towards their market. Next one, the buyers bring numerous in the market. They cannot individually influence in market. Also, they cannot affect the price of the product. Okay, because numbers of sellers is there. So, as we know and as we discussed earlier, that in a competition, only customers are there, those who are in beneficial, those who gets a many thing from the market. So here we can say that in the competition, in the perfect competition, that numbers of sellers and numbers of buyers is there. Here also, that large number of sellers is there and buyers is there. So each and every seller that they are trying to capture, to take the maximum share of customer towards them. And that's why competition should be there. So this is the first characteristics. Next, number 2, product differentiation. So here in perfect competition, same as in monopolistic also, that product differentiation should be there because numbers of sellers is there. Let's see. This is the distinct characteristics of monopolistic competition. It means that a product is different from another product in terms from quality and nature. So here, for example, tea. So in tea, various types of brand is there. Okay, same as because number of sellers is there. See, if it is in monopoly, then there is no scope to numbers to variety of products. But here in monopolistic, numerous or large number of sellers is there. So here the various types of product brand that we can see. Only one product is there, but in that particular product, various types of brand, various types of quality, and various types of prices also there. Next one, when a particular product produce a product, there is a profitability possibility to that is minor different in the products in the terms of form, fragrance, taste, shape, weight and quality. Due to those minor differences, the products are called different. See, the name of product is same. For example, tea, but various types of brand is there. So various types of quality is there. Various types of price is also there. Various types of form, quality, ingredients that they are used. So here, with the help of monopolistic competition, the various types of sellers is there. We can see the different product differentiation in the product. Various types of product is available in the market in the monopolistic competition. So this is the second characteristics. Next, number 3, free entry and free exit of the firm. See, same as in a perfect competition, that free entry. So here, free entry and exit of the firms. Any firms can enter in the market without any paying charge, and same as if they are facing loss, they can exit from the market. Let's see. The free movement of firm means the unrestricted entry and exit of firms. The supernormal profit attracts the firm freely in the market. Even when the firm suffer from losses, they are free to exit from the market. And the simple thing is that if any firm that they are doing profit, they continue their job, they continue their business. And if they face this loss, definitely that they are exit from the market. So it's a free entry and free exit in from the market. The free entry and exit of the market occurs only for the short period of time. This means that the firms enter freely by the attraction of supernormal profit and exit freely when the super losses in the short period of time. Because when the longer period of time is there, then each and every firm sustain their business in the market. So it's a less possibility to exit from the market because they are making their goodwill in the market. Okay, and as we know that goodwill is an invaluable assets for any business. So here we can see that free entry and free exit from the market, okay, from the firm. When there are normal profit, the free entry and exit of the firm is decreased and stops. The firm are not attacked by the normal profit of the firm, do not enter in the market. Similarly, the firm in the market is to not exit as they are not suffering losses. So simple term we can say that when any new businesses that they are attract from the supernormal profit and that they are exit from the supernormal losses. In the normal loss and normal profit, there are regular companies there, those who are making their products and share their products in the market. So, three characteristics that we have to learn. Number one, large number of sellers and numerous buyers. That is first one. Number two, product differentiation. That is number two. And number three, that is free entry and exit of the firm. So, this is three characteristics is there. Now, next number four, that is selling cost. See, in the perfect competitive market, same as in the monopolistic competition, selling cost is most important because on the basis of selling cost, that they are decide the price of the product. How they can decide the price? Selling cost plus profit. Okay, here number of sellers are there, so they are using their more money in the selling of products. They are using more money in the selling cost of their product, doing advertisement, giving discounts, etc. Okay, let's see. The expense done for the selling the product is called selling cost. The selling cost includes the packaging, marking of the product attractive, sales tax, transportation, expenses given to wholesale and retail traders, showroom expenses, a specific amount expended for the sales, prices, gift and most important bring advertisement cost. So in short we can say that the cost which is occurred for the sales of goods, that is called a selling cost. Okay, advertisement, prices, gift, discounts, okay, then marking, packing. See, all types of cost is included in the selling cost because we are doing that particular cost for the selling of that particular goods. So in that particular things, selling cost is the most important thing. Next one, selling cost does not include the production expense. Okay, because it's a different from that production expense. Next one, the selling cost is the typical characteristics of monopolistic market. This is not seen in monopoly or perfect competition. In the monopolistic competitive market, the sellers try to attract, most important line, if you underline that line, then you can. That in the monopolistic competitive market, the sellers try to attract the consumers through selling expenses. Because as we know that in numerous large number of sellers is there, so they are attract the customers towards their product, and that's why they have to do the selling cost. Okay, because of attraction of their product, attraction of consumer, then they are doing selling expenses. Okay. The product difference in the market gives the particular identity to a product. So there can be possibility to say of selling cost. For example, mobile phones, shops, etc. have a different advertisement. They are making different types of advertisement also. Okay, with the help of any celebrities or any cricketers or any well-known dignitaries, that they are doing the selling cost in the form of advertisement. So this is the fourth one. Next, number 5, competition other than price. So here other than price, that you can see the competition in the market. Let's see. Monopolistic market has a competition of price and also competition other than price. The sellers keeping in the price fixed try to attract the consumer by advertisement and compete by modifying the quality. So with the help of modifying the quality, advertisement cost, what they are doing with other than price, that they are doing something extra in the products. What is the main goal? Why they are doing this type of things? To attract the customers only. Because as we know that customer is the king of market, and each and every business, what they are doing, they are attract the customer towards their products. So that's why they are making different types of advertisement and do the selling cost to sell their products. Okay. So here, so the price of identical or substitute products are either high or low, resulting into different price of substitute products. And that's why we can see on the basis of their quality, their selling cost, production cost, we can see the different high and low prices there. Okay, so here that we can see in the perfect monopolistic competition that competition is there other than price. So this is the fifth characteristics, and last characteristics, that is imperfect knowledge regarding the market. So in the monopolistic market, that you can see that it's the imperfect knowledge is there. Let's see. The buyers and sellers do not have the complete knowledge related to market. They are not aware about the identical and substitute products. So the price of identical or substitute products are either high or low, resulting into different price of substitute products. So here there is not perfect knowledge of any products or market in the monopolistic competition. And that's why that imperfect knowledge regarding the market is there, regarding the products is there, and that's why that they are not taking the high or low prices of that particular product, and resulting into the different price of substitute goods. There are many firms producing identical or substitute products. The firms complete by creating a new identity of the product and thus establish monopoly-like situation. And that's why each and every business, what they are doing, because of imperfect knowledge of market as well as product, that each and every people are there, those who are doing monopoly, create the monopoly of that particular product. But actually that is not, because many sellers are there and many same types of products that they are sell in the market. This creates a monopolistic competition. And that's why monopolistic competition that we can see. So this is the topic related to monopolistic competition. In simple term, we can say that it's a combination of perfect competition as well as monopoly. And 6 characteristics is there. Number 1, large number of sellers and numerous buyers. Number 2, product differentiation. Number 3, free entry and exit of firm. Number 4, selling cost. Number 5, competition other than price. Number 6, imperfect knowledge regarding the market. So this is all about meaning as well as characteristics of monopolistic competition. Okay.